Well, hello everyone. I hold in my hand a rock. Now, a rock can be very useful, but it can also be destructive. I remember as a kid, someone threw a rock and it hit me in the head. And as an adult, I still remember how bad that hurt. I was bleeding. A kid, it's a natural thing for a kid to pick up rocks and throw it. And sometimes they miss their target. They hit a windshield or a window in a house and it breaks it, it shatters it. So a rock can be very destructive. I think about in the Old Testament where God spoke to Israel that their heart was hard like a rock. And it becomes hard because over a period of time when you don't listen and you don't pay attention to the rules of God and the commands of God, that you just become hardened to His Spirit and His Word. Let me read in Zechariah chapter 7 verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears, and that they should not hear. Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and words which the Lord of hosts had sent in His Spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. I want to say, my friends, that if we harden our hearts to God, there will be a wrath of God that comes upon us. And I'm afraid that in America, we have hardened our hearts to the Spirit of God. Not just unbelievers. We know many unbelievers are resistant to the Word of God, but even Christians or people that call themselves Christians, believers, we have often become hardened to the things of God, the Spirit of God. I remember years ago, as you turn the television on and we would watch advertisements, and they would be advertising the undergarments of a woman, and we would gasp at that. Or we would hear a curse word, one curse word, we would gasp at that. Now we know that there's no limits on what they show on television and what they say on television. There's no limits. And friends, we've got to become more sensitive to the things of God. Don't let your heart become hard like a rock. I think about the illustration of the frog in the kettle. We were told that you can put a frog in cold water and he'll be fine. But as you continue to turn the heat up, he gets adjusted to the heat. But if he stays in that kettle, it'll get so hot he dies. And I'm afraid that there's so many people in our culture today that we've become so used to what's going on around us. Our heart has become hardened, that we have become insensitive to the things of God. And I want to tell you, only judgment comes, but there's hope. Ezekiel 36:26, again, God speaking to Israel, He said, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I'll give you a heart of flesh. Friends, I want to challenge you. Let's seek God. Seek God. Don't get caught up in the culture. Seek God, and He'll give us a heart of flesh again. God bless you. Have a good weekend. See you again back on Monday. Bye-bye.